The Treaty of Surrender. They ended the war without us. Now, we end their peace. The twin sons of Zarnis bathed the peace summit chamber in golden light, filtering through stained glass windows that depicted a century of war and its long-awaited end. Flags of 100 species fluttered under the dome of the Grand Assembly Hall. The Zorax Imperium's crimson sigil hung beside the United Free Species Coalition's azure crest, two former enemies now joined in the greatest diplomatic triumph in galactic history. At the center of the hall, Supreme Chancellor Velrix of the Galactic Council raised a crystalline tablet, its etched symbols glowing. "Let this be the day the stars breathe freely," he declared. "The Great War is over." A chorus of cheers erupted from the gathered delegates. Holographic doves soared above them, a symbol of unity. And yet, amidst the celebration, there were those who sat silent. Representatives from the minor species, the Grithari, the Urani, the Tarnak, exchanged uneasy glances. "Where's the delegation from Earth?" whispered Ambassador Jorwin of the Urani. Chancellor Velrix did not answer. He simply placed the treaty upon the pedestal, binding the terms in council law. Earth was not invited. Years earlier, the Zorax had launched a surprise invasion of the Sol system. Earth's defenses crumbled under the weight of plasma storms and gravity bombs. Billions perished. Survivors were enslaved, scattered, or simply forgotten. By the time the rest of the galaxy reacted, Earth was gone. A casualty of politics, brushed aside for the greater good. Now, the treaty granted the Zorax official dominion over their conquests, including Earth. "The humans are no longer relevant," sneered Zorax warlord Krezk. "Their extinction serves peace." But peace was a lie. Far below Earth's ruined surface, in the shattered bones of New York City, a woman stood beneath flickering lights in a hidden bunker. Her uniform was scorched, the Earth Republic insignia faded. Her name was Commander Lyra Cade, and she had survived hell. A transmission from the summit replayed on the cracked screen above her. "The Great War is over." Her eyes narrowed. "No," she whispered. She turned to the others, scarred soldiers, tech hackers, engineers, children holding rifles too large for their frames. "Survivors. Fighters. Humans. They just sign away our planet," she growled. "Without us. Without justice." A technician raised a trembling hand. "Commander, do we retaliate?" Lyra stared at the screen. She thought of the day the Zorax landed, of the burning skies, her brother's screams, the silence after the blast. "We don't retaliate," she said coldly. "We respond." She stepped onto the command dais and activated Earth's last working satellite relay. The feed reached every corner of the galaxy, every council world, every Zorax ship. Commander Lyra Cade's face appeared in millions of skies. "To those who forgot us, we are Earth. We're not extinct. To the Council, you abandoned us. We will remember. To the Zorax, you stole our world. Now, we're taking yours." The signal cut to static. The war was over, they said. They were wrong. It had just begun. The last brigade. You can't kill a species that refuses to surrender. The underground city beneath the Himalayas had no name, just a code name, Bastion Zero. It wasn't on any map, not even human ones. Carved deep into the mountain rock after the fall of Earth, it housed the last remnants of humanity's organized resistance. Commander Lyra Cade stood on a narrow catwalk overlooking the central chamber. Below, soldiers moved like a swarm of shadows, repairing armor, loading stolen Zorax plasma rifles, uploading corrupted council intel. The air smelled of grease, sweat, and vengeance. She turned as Captain Elias Vorn approached, a tall man with a cybernetic arm and burned scars across half his face. "The signal went through," he reported. "We confirmed transmissions were picked up in 17 systems." "The Council's panicking." "Good," Lyra said. "Let them panic." Elias hesitated. "We're exposed now. The Zorax will come for us. Hard." "They already did," she snapped. "We're just reminding them we're still here." He nodded and stepped back into the ranks. Lyra moved toward a nearby chamber, where a group of resistance fighters guarded a restrained alien, a tall, blue-skinned humanoid wrapped in diplomatic robes. Ambassador Taith of the Gridhari. He'd been en route back from the Peace Summit when the Iron Brigade intercepted his ship near Saturn. Now he sat in a concrete cell, staring defiantly at Lyra through the reinforced barrier. "You'll gain nothing from this," Taith said, voice cold. "Kidnapping a council diplomat will only confirm everything the Zorax say about you." Lyra leaned forward. "Did you vote for the treaty?" "I did." "Then you gave Earth to monsters. And now you're surprised we act like monsters too." Tate's jaw clenched. The war had to end. Billions were dying. We were already dead to you. She tapped a button, and a hollow feed flickered to life. Images of Earth after the invasion. Cities in ruins, civilians executed in the streets, Zorax breeding camps using human women like livestock. Taith recoiled. "I didn't know. You didn't care." She stepped back, turning to her crew. "Put 'em on the broadcast. Show the galaxy what they sign away." Within minutes, Ambassador Tate's confession, his horror, his shame, was being transmitted on a pirated frequency hijack from the Zorax communication net. Billions watched as he admitted complicity in Earth's abandonment. Billions watched his face twist in anguish as he saw what became of humanity. Then Lyra appeared on the screen again. "We are not asking for your support. We are not asking for your pity. We are coming. To every system that harbored the Zorax. To every planet that turned away. The war may be over for you. But for us, it never ended." As the signal cut, Bastion Zero erupted into motion. Dropships launched. Stealth bombers powered up. Drones swarmed the tunnel ceilings, loaded with stolen alien tech and human rage. From the ruins of a shattered world, the last human brigade rose, not as relics of a defeated race, but as the vanguard of retribution. The galaxy had forgotten Earth. Earth was about to remind them why that was a mistake. The spark that burned the stars. They called us broken. Now they call us death. The world of Telnar Prime had known peace for less than a month. A bustling trade hub on the outer edge of Zorax-controlled territory. Telnar had seen its skies filled with fireworks when the Treaty of Surrender was signed. Now, those skies burned with fire of a different kind. Orbital bombardment from human stealth destroyers. Council forces scrambled to respond, but it was already too late. Human warships, believed extinct, appeared out of nowhere, cloaked in electronic silence and layered with stolen Zorax armor. The Iron Brigade's fleet, once fragments hidden across the asteroid belt, had been reforged into a weapon of vengeance. Commander Lyra Cade stood aboard the HRS Vengeance, her eyes locked on the swirling chaos unfolding outside the viewport. Plasma streaks lit up the stars as Zorax frigates exploded in silence. Civilian evacuation ships were spared, but military targets were annihilated with ruthless precision. "They're hailing us," said Captain Vorn, manning the comms. Lyra gave a single nod. "Put them through." A Zorax warlord appeared on screen, blood glistening on his scales, eyes wide with fury. "You attack without declaration. You dishonor. We declared war the moment you stepped on our soil," Lyra cut in. "You just didn't listen." She ended the call and gave the order. "Wipe out their command network. Leave no fleet standing." As the Vengeance fired its next salvo, shockwaves spread far beyond Telnar. Across dozens of Council-aligned worlds, human resistance cells that had remained dormant for years suddenly erupted into coordinated rebellion. In the mining colonies of Vasker, 9 human slaves turned on their overseers, seizing weapons and storming control towers. On the pleasure planet Varelia, humans poisoned Zorax dignitaries during a peace gala, broadcasting their deaths live with the message, "You toasted peace. We drink to freedom." The Galactic Council, once so confident in the treaty, descended into chaos. Emergency sessions were called. Arguments broke out between species who had supported the treaty and those now realizing their mistake. "This is a coordinated insurgency," shouted one ambassador. "This is justice," replied another. "We left them." Back on Earth, Bastion Zero became a command hub for not just humanity, but alien defectors disillusioned by the treaty's betrayal. Species like the Gridhari, who'd voted against the Accord, offered ships and soldiers. "We warned them about humans," said Grithari General Relon to Lyra. "But they were deaf with arrogance." "Then let them hear the explosions," Lyra replied coldly. A final fleet was dispatched to destroy the human forces once and for all. A massive Zorax armada, reinforced with reluctant council warships. But as the fleet moved into Earth's orbit, they found the planet wasn't defenseless anymore. Humanity had rebuilt, and they had allies now. The last message broadcast from Earth's surface chilled the galaxy. "You thought the war was over. You thought we were broken. You thought wrong. This time we bring the fire." The Council had lit the spark by signing Earth's death warrant. Humanity had turned it into a firestorm. Humanity ascends. You made peace with monsters. We made war with gods. The skies over Earth churned with fire. The Zorax Grand Armada, 500 capital ships, thousands of escorts, dreadnoughts, carriers, and war beasts, hovered like a mechanical plague above the reborn blue planet. They came to finish what they started, to crush the final ember of human resistance. But what greeted them was not the broken world they remembered. From Earth's surface, silos opened. From hidden orbital stations, weapons platforms unfolded. From the shadows of Earth's moon and Mars orbit, the Liberation Fleet emerged. Human ships fused with alien tech, forged from the bones of war, guided by AI minds built for vengeance. Commander Lyra Cade stood on the bridge of the HRS Judgment, Earth's new flagship. "Enemy formation holding," Captain Vorn reported. "They expect to surrender." Lyra's voice was ice. "Give them something unexpected." On her command, Earth's defense grid ignited. Kinetic spears, railgun barges, and stolen Zorax plasma arrays lanced upward, carving through the Armada's front line like blades through flesh. The Liberation Fleet surged forward, silent, unified, deadly. The Battle of Earth had begun. In orbit, the carnage was biblical. Human fighter drones swarmed like hornets, sacrificing themselves to rip open Zorax hulls. Boarding pods slammed into dreadnoughts, discharging human shock troops in exosuits powered by scavenged alien cores. In the void, there was no sound, but if there had been, it would have been screams. Meanwhile, in the Galactic Council chamber, chaos reigned. Live feeds from the battle blared across the hall. The council speaker pounded his gavel. "We must send reinforcements." Ambassador Jorwin of the Orani stood. "You gave them to the Zorax. Now they're taking themselves back." Others joined in, some pleading for peace, others for isolation. No one agreed. The alliance was crumbling, undone by the war they declared over too soon. Above Earth, Lyra executed the endgame. She personally led a boarding assault on the Zorax command flagship, the Scourge of Arnax. Her team stormed the bridge. Plasma burned flesh. Bones cracked. At last, she stood face to face with Warlord Krezek, the Butcher of Earth. "You should have killed us all," she said. "I thought we did," Krezek snarled. Lyra leveled her rifle. "You thought wrong." She pulled the trigger. The Zorax fleet fractured. Some tried to retreat. Others surrendered. None escaped. When the fires cleared, Earth remained. Later, in a broadcast transmitted to every star system, Lyra addressed the galaxy. "We're no longer refugees. No longer survivors. We are the reckoning. The war is over, for real this time. And Earth stands free." The Galactic Council dissolved within days. Former member species signed a new charter, the Accord of Soul, drafted under human oversight. And across the galaxy, children learned a new phrase in their history lessons. Never forget Earth. Never provoke humanity. Never think peace is stronger than a people who refuse to die. The galaxy had declared peace, but humanity had declared victory.